Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Nabiela Azcadyna Raushanfekr, NIM L12042 and 71. Today, I will talk about public speaking. Okay, public speaking, it's presentation that given live before an audience. Public speaking, public speech can cover a wide variety of different topics. The goal of this speech may be to educate, entertain, or influence the listener or the audience. Often, visual aids in the form of an electronic slideshow are used to supplement the speech. This makes your speech a bit more interesting to the audience. Next, why public speaking is very important. First, to win over the crowd. The skill of persuasion or the ability to win over the crowd. And then to inform, a good informative speech, sharing your knowledge of a subject with an audience. Then the last, to motivate people. Public speakers who are able to inspire their audience to work more harder to achieve their goals. Next, the importance of public speaking for students. Language skill and speaking skills should be owned by everyone, let alone a student and a student. Why it's very important? Talking your friends, talking to your parents, and then expressing opinion in meeting and presentation in front of the class are example of the application of public speaking. Practicing public speaking is important to us because it can build self-confidence and improve thinking skill and improve self-speaking skills. The profession uh, requires a good public speaking skill. Number one, there is trainer. The purpose of training is certainly very clear, namely to master certain fields or things that in general can improve skills. The trainer must be able to communicate well from the master the topic presented, including making all participants comfortable and able to receive all of material optimally and on the target. Second is MC. This profession often called Master of Ceremony. Public speaking are also needed in in this profession because this job can take your handle a variety different event as well. And then reporter is also a profession that requires a good public speaking skills. You also need to be able to build, communicate, and invite sources to talk. Moderator becomes other profession requires a good public speaking skill. When you become a moderator, you should be able to mediate for the participant of discussion and speaker who are there. Announcer is the last profession that you can check, but that requires a good public speaking skill because um, to become an announcer, you need a good public speaking skills so that people can receive the information you convey more clearly and comfortable. Next, what have learned public speaking. First is basic theories. There are four basic theories. Start of fire, build a bridge, for instance, and so on. Then characteristic public speaker. Characteristic public speaker, there is analyzer characteristic. There is people who can speak neatly and also structured. Then harmonizer is people who usually have the ability to speak dynamically. Then class is entertainer. They are who use the entertaining others, speaking full of improvisation and entertaining audience. For example, is comedian and master of ceremony. Then, what have we learned in public speaking is public speaking audience research. What have we do to research an audience is geographic domicile, and then based on variable, then physical aspect and behavioristic aspect. And then there is a vocal element in public speaking. The in vocal element in public speaking, there are articulation. That means clarity is saying words so that they can be heard and seen individually. Then volume, the relative loudness of the speaker's voice when giving a speech. Then pitch, the range of sound from low or vice versa, right? The speaker's speaking speed should vary during speech depending on the mood or emotional to be conveyed. Pause, strategic element of speech that enhance meaning by giving a type of punctuation, emphasizing a point, drawing attention to key thought, or simply giving the listener time to reflect on what being said. Intonation is the rise and fall of the voice speaking. Tone, the attitude or way person sounds, while intonation is rise and fall of the sound or tone. Then there is method of public speaking. There is transcript or script. The manuscript works, and when performing, when the speaker will read manuscript that has been prepared in advance. And then import two or spontaneous. Done spontaneously, this method requires very mature preparation in order to perform optimally and not nervous. Memorizer, we have to memorizing the material to be delivered to us. Before doing public speaking, this method is good for those who you are public speaking extempore. What have we learned in public speaking is interference in communication. What is interference in communication? There are language and cultural language barriers, perception disorder, unclear message, and then when the media is broken, environmental disturbance, physical limitation on both speakers and listener. And then presentation technique. What have we do for the presentation technique is first relax, then get to know your audience, then focus on your core of the message, then short and solid. You can slip a jokes or additional entertainment to uh, give entertain the audience. Then use 10, 20, and 30 theory. Theory 10, 20, and 30 is guide the composing, interesting, and convenient presentation slide. Make sure that the slide use no more than 10 slides, and then duration is no more than 20 minutes, and then font size is no more than 30. Then visualize. Interestingly, the audience will get bored when you use data and information in just monotone text. Speak straightforwardly. Pay attention to the appearance when the presentation, then practice before the presentation. Then the goals of speech. First, to inform the audience. And second, persuade the audience. Third, entertain the audience. And the last one is commemorate a person, occasion, or event. Hope after we study in public speaking is after learning this subject, public speaking, can smoothly speak in front of public with confidence and also understand tips and tricks to speak in front of people tires, because it is needed when it has entered the world of work and for a real life. Then thank you for your attention. I'm sorry if there are many mistakes in my presentation today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.